Prepare for the sickest transition of all time. Hello. Welcome to another YouTube video. Today is going to be a push day. So push day means hitting 3 muscle groups at once. So we're gonna start with chest, and then comes shoulders and triceps. It's gonna be a mix up, so not gonna do it in one specific order, but obviously we'll walk you through every exercise that I'm gonna be doing. But first of all, we're gonna do some warm up. I'm gonna do some push-ups and dips, and let's see how I do. So I did like 15 push-ups, and I'm not trying to exhaust myself with push-ups. I could obviously do more push-ups, but I'm trying to save up my energy for much heavier lifts. So we're going to be doing some dips, and then we'll head on to the bench press. Alright, so the first exercise we're going to be doing is the bench press. Let's start up with just the bar and then increase our weight in the next sets. Right, so I just set my weights up. We got 15 on each side, so 20 on the bar, like 20 the bar itself, so that's like 50 kilos. Let's see how many I get. I'm gonna be aiming for 8. Let's see. You know what? That was an easy set. So I'm gonna try hitting my PR. The best I've ever lifted for one rep is 75 kilos. And for the next one, I'm gonna try 80 for one rep. Let's see how that goes. I'll need the cameraman as a part as well. Pause the video right now and just predict whether I'll make it or not. So after that epic fail of 80 kilograms, we did like 2 reps, 2 very hard reps on 70. And now I'll just do one last set with 20 on each side, making it 60 kilos. I'm gonna try getting 6. Let's see. Alright, so we did 3 sets on the flat bench, and I still feel like there's some space for more pump in my chest right now. So we're on the incline Smith machine, and now this Smith machine is relatively heavier than normal ones. This one's like 10 kilos plus 20 kilos, so it's like 30 kilos. Then we got 10 on each side, just like 50 kilograms on incline. So I'm gonna try getting 6. All right, so the next exercise we have is for the triceps. It's gonna be overhead tricep push. So let's do 3 sets of it. Normally I do a warm-up set with a lighter weight from that is unilateral single arm, but I feel like I'm ready for this, and I'm gonna pick up a heavy weight and just get into it. So the correct way to do these is making sure your elbows are not flaring too much out. They stay as close to your head as possible. And make sure you squeeze at the top. Now, if I flex my tricep, you see there's this long head and this short head. So the exercise we're doing currently is targeting the long head. It's because we get the max stretch. And when we're on the cables, we're hitting our short head, that is the outer head. And but yeah, for now, let's just do a couple more sets and move on to the next exercise. Now, the next exercise is going to be for our shoulders. So we're going to be doing overhead shoulder press, or you can do it standing on the ground. It's called military press, but essentially you're targeting your front delts. I like to do this on a slight incline. So that way, when I'm leaned backwards, all the focus shifts on my front delts. So let's do this. Now, one thing you want to make sure is that when you're performing this exercise, you keep your elbows on the inside. You don't let it flare out too much. You'll lose the tension from your front delts. So you want to avoid that and make sure you're using a weight that you can easily control, but do lift as heavy as you can. So what I mean is, instead of doing this, keep your dumbbells on the inside, push. Next exercise is going to be lateral raises. So we're going to be starting off with a easy weight, 6 kilo dumbbells. I'm going to try doing this with great form. So the best way to do these is slightly bend on the outwards, or just lean and come back down slowly. Push up, come down slowly. If you are someone who faces difficulty leaning, has some back problems or something, you can always use an inclined bench, and you just lean and repeat the same motion. Now for the push day, you just have two exercises. One is the shoulder press that we did on the bench, and one is this lateral raises. And lateral raises are something that you don't want to skip, but also you want to spam those. So make sure you keep upping the weight just slightly, because this is a difficult movement. You cannot overload this, but if you do, you won't be able to keep your form. But let's just do 2 sets and move on to the next exercise. Now the first exercise on the cables for our triceps is going to be unilateral tricep push down. Now normally I don't use any attachment on this, but I recently saw Sam Sulek use these D handles, so let's see how it goes. Another thing is that this exercise will be targeting our long head. So what you want to do is you want to keep a straight motion going downwards, because if it goes on the outwards, it's going to hit our outer head, but we'll use the ropes for that. So for now, we're hitting the longer inner head. So let's do some set of this. Alright, so this is going to be our last exercise. It's going to be for our chest. This is called chest flies on the cables. You can do this on a cable, you can do it on a peg deck, but sometimes I do it on peg deck. Today I want to do it on cables. My form sucks, so bear with me. So our mic gave up on us, and footage here onwards is gonna be a bit noisy. Luckily, the gym is empty, so not so much. The last exercise for our triceps is going to be a low tricep pushdown. So we're going to be doing 3 sets of this. I already did one, but there was too much noise. So let's do one more, 2 more. The last exercise of the day, machine chest press, and then we'll be done. So let's do this last exercise, just flex and end this video.